Donald Trump Jr. has now attacked me and unleashed a hate mob against me. Candace Owens is in on it. The Blaze, Infowars. How far is this going to go? All because of a tweet that I since deleted, which all of you understood perfectly. I had tweeted about the shooting in Nashville, tongue in cheek. Of course, not literally blaming the victims of the shooting, something I would never do. That it's surprising that there would be a shooting at a Christian school, given that it's a Christian school and they pray. Every single one of you in my audience understood the point of the tweet. Thoughts and prayers don't prevent mass shootings. But right-wingers, people who don't know me, all sorts of different folks looking to contrive controversy and send hate my way are saying, but David, you're blaming the victims, you're blaming children. Of course I'm not. And in fact, after deleting the tweet because of the number of threats that rained down upon me, I put out a video where I said my tweet angered about 1 million people. And I explained the entire thing. And of course, that video has almost 100% likes. And it has you, my viewers, who say, David, there's not even a controversy here. It's insane that they even turned this into something, but they did. And now this represents the greatest existential threat to the David Pakman show that we have ever faced. That is not an exaggeration. They are going after our advertisers, even though they claim to be against that tactic. They are making threats, not only to me, but to others in my circles. I won't even do details because I might just encourage them more. The situation has reached a fever pitch. Don Jr. tweeting yesterday, imagine being this big of a POS to his nearly 10 million followers. Unfortunately, this is what many on the left think of you if you have traditional American views and don't follow blindly and capitulate to their every lunatic whim. Truly evil at this point. Of course, if by traditional American views, Don Jr. means doing nothing about mass shootings, which is exactly what he and his father's administration did and want to do, then yeah, that's not for me. And of course, then the hate mob descended. And it wasn't just Don Jr. Candace Owens devoted a segment on her show to this where she was almost in tears over my tweet, posting to Twitter, quote, more left-wing filth. David Pakman is laughing at the fact that the dead children are Christians who believe in prayer. These are real tweets. These people think it's funny when Christian children die. No, I think it's tragic when thoughts and prayers are the only thing offered by Republican officials. And she is even going after our advertisers. And this is where this is getting genuinely bad. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Candace Owens adding, to any of your advertisers who may be following this, this is not a contrived mob or anti-Semitism. This is you dealing with the consequences of sending the most horrifically bigoted tweet directed at dead Christian children who, according to you, should have prayed harder. Of course, that's not the point. The point is thoughts and prayers don't work. Who wants to actually do something about the scourge of gun violence? And yes, it's a scourge. That's how Trump says it. And now I say it the same way. Donald Trump's former lawyer, Jenna Ellis, getting in on it. This is a horrific take that the author didn't walk back, just said he's now getting harassed, so deleted it. David Pakman, you harassed Christians and should apologize for this offensive tweet targeting our sincere faith. No, I'm targeting anyone who says thoughts and prayers and nothing else. Jenna Ellis says, evil persists and we don't represent prayer as a complete shield to the perils of the fallen world, but rather than through faith in Christ, we can accept salvation and live it. I mean, it just religious babble now. Thessalonians tells us, give me a break. The right-wing Blaze writing an article about this. They weren't praying enough. Progressive radio host goes viral over vile reaction to Christian school massacre. Thoughts and prayers don't stop mass shootings. That's the point. Infowars. Is it possible they weren't praying enough? David Pakman mocks Christians murdered by trans shooter in Nashville. And the wrongest man in the world on the pandemic, Alex Berenson, also tweeting, just apologize, David Pakman. You were shameful, not just for what you said. Did you think it was funny? Blaming kids for their own deaths is beyond awful because in your non-apology, you then blamed anti-Semitism for the response. Blame yourself, not your religion. Not blaming my religion, but you should see thousands of anti-Semitic messages Jew, the K word, ovens, people suggesting they're going to come and do this, that, the other thing to this and that, the other person. I'm not even going to, I don't even want to put it out there because it's a deluge where security has been contracted and so on and so forth. You have no idea what's going on. It's wild. It is wild. So they are sending the hate mob against us. And we now have to see whether we can weather this storm. Most of you reached out with support. It's been great hearing from, the one upside when these things happen is the messages from people who have been in the audience for a long time. And I got so many messages from people saying, David, none of these people are in your audience. We all know what you meant. Thoughts and prayers do nothing. We've got to do something about gun violence. You're a father. You're frustrated. It's disgusting what's going on. Don't even worry about it. It'll pass. It'll pass. I heard from, I guess I shouldn't even say, but many of the people, in our circle who do shows like mine, they reached out to me privately and said, this is really bad. These are people who don't know anything about you. They don't follow the show. They have seized onto something to take attention away from the fact that they have nothing to offer to actually stop the shootings. So we are getting crushed right now. And the best thing you can do is leave a comment, leave a like, try to push back against this mob, which, remember, isn't even in our audience. And of course, if you can get a membership at joinpakman.com, please do. We have the coupon code cancel. Cancel the cancellation that they are trying to do. Let me now talk more about what it is they are trying to do.